Have you ever found yourself confused while trying to learn something new, especially in programming? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common question. Can a dictionary be used for indexing in Python? Let's figure this out together. I totally understand how overwhelming it can be when you're just starting out with programming. Many beginners feel lost, especially when they can't find the answers they need. You're doing great by asking questions. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. A user asked if they can use a dictionary for indexing in Python. They have a text file with 3 columns: department ID, course ID, and number of students enrolled. They want to retrieve the number of enrolled students using these IDs. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's the issue here? The user is trying to create a mapping between department IDs and course IDs to find out how many students are enrolled in each course. However, they are struggling with how to store multiple values for the same key in a dictionary. Let's break this down and stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to use dictionaries effectively, but also have a solid understanding of how to manage multiple values in Python. To address the user's question, we will use a dictionary to store the data from the text file. This allows us to efficiently access the number of students enrolled based on the department and course IDs. Next, the user should read the data from the text file and populate the dictionary. For each line in the file, we will split the data and store it in the dictionary. Now, the user can define a function to retrieve the number of students enrolled. This function will take the department ID and course ID as parameters and return the corresponding value from the dictionary. Finally, the user can test the function by calling it with specific department and course IDs. This will return the number of students enrolled for those IDs. Fun fact, did you know that Python was named after the British comedy series Monty Python's Flying Circus? Just like the show, Python programming can be fun and quirky. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by another user is to use tuples as keys in your dictionary. This way, you can uniquely identify each pair of dept ID and course ID. For example, you can create a dictionary where the keys are tuples like dept ID, course ID, and the values are the number of students enrolled. This method allows you to store multiple entries without losing data. You can also easily access all courses associated with a specific dept ID using list comprehensions or filters. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative approach suggests converting your data into a dictionary for easier access. First, save your text file as a CSV to handle spaces effectively. Then use the CSV reader to read the data and populate a nested dictionary. This allows you to store multiple course IDs for each department ID. To retrieve the number of students enrolled, define a function that checks if the department ID and course ID exist in the dictionary. If they do, return the number of students. Otherwise, print an error message. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. An alternative approach suggested by another user is to create a 2-dimensional lookup table using dictionaries. This means that you would first look up the department ID in a dictionary, which would then give you another dictionary containing course IDs paired with the number of students enrolled for that department. The user also mentions that if course IDs are unique, you might consider doing lookups based solely on course IDs instead, which could simplify your approach. Here's a pro tip. When working with dictionaries, always consider how you want to structure your data. Using lists or nested dictionaries can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You can now use dictionaries to index multiple values in Python. Remember, programming is all about problem solving and asking questions. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.